For this problem, we are going to graph the function that is given. This one is an absolute value function. Before we graph it, we're going to answer a few questions. The first one is the vertex. To identify the vertex for an absolute value function, the vertex is our h and our k value. H is the opposite sign in the equation when you pull it out for the vertex, and then k is going to be the same sign. So in this example, our vertex is going to be at +4 and +3. Up or down is determined by the sign of the a value. If a is positive, it's up. If a is negative, it's down. In this example, a is negative, so our graph is opening down. Then to determine if it's wider, narrower, or the same, we're also looking at a, but not the sign. We're ignoring the sign. We're just looking at the value of a, so the distance from 0. For it to be wider, a would need to be less than 1. Narrower, a is going to be greater than 1, and then the same, a is equal to 1. So for this example, we have f of x. Oh, we are comparing it to the absolute value of just x. And a, just the number, is 2. So 2 is greater than 1, making this graph more narrow than the absolute value of x. Our domain for our absolute values is going to be all real numbers. And remember, this is talking about our x values. So our x values are all real numbers. Range is talking about our y values. This one, the vertex, remember, is either the highest or the lowest point. In this one, our range is going to start with 3. So we are comparing y and the number 3. And our y value is going to get larger or smaller. If our graph is opening up, we are going to be going up, which makes our y values bigger. If our graph is opening down, our y values are going to get smaller. This one is opening down, so that means our y values have to be less than or equal to, because the vertex is part of the graph, to the number 3. Once we have all that information, then we can go ahead and plot our graph. We're going to start with our vertex, which is at +4, +3. We know it's opening down, and we're going to use that a value and the sign for our slope of the right side. And in this one, it's -2. So on the right side, we're going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and just plot a couple of points. Remember, this is a V-shaped graph that is symmetrical. So we will do the same distance on the other side. So instead of right 1, we're going to go left 1, down 2, making our graph symmetric with our absolute value. When you draw it, it should be a V shape, not a curve.